Welcome to modern Stoic insights. They will never acknowledge it, not in public, not in words, and not even while they are drinking wine and making confessions to their closest friends. However, almost all women have this dream, a secret want that is unrelated to candlelight or praise, and is all about being taken, not coerced or rude, but with an implicit assurance. She keeps it hidden behind her eyelids as a fantasy, the one that emerges only when she feels secure enough to give herself over to a guy who doesn't plead, don't justify, and don't want permission before acting. Since it's prohibited, nobody discusses it. It's honest and unvarnished. The curtain will be pulled back in this video. After decades of cacophony, we are now uncovering the psychological and sexual foundations of the most popular female dream. You will discover how to identify it, how to set it off without uttering a word, and how to become the guy who doesn't pursue, but is pursued by her fantasies. You're not like most guys, yet most men won't ever realize this. Oh, and before we go any further, I have a special gift for you, the Female Mind Control Handbook, a free ebook. It discloses the trade secrets for making any lady want you. Take it immediately. A link in the pinned comment or description. Let's get started. 1 is the hope of being taken silently, what she secretly longs for but refuses to acknowledge. Deep down, women have a dream. It's not the flowers. It's not the romantic meal with candles. It's not even her favorite movie's sultry moment. It is much more primordial and darker. Most males won't ever set it off. Why? Because they're too courteous, too predictable, and too preoccupied with following a script they didn't even create. However, if you can figure out how to unlock this dash, she'll see you in a new light. Her body will react before her head does, and she won't even be aware of why. What is this fantasy, then? Let us remove the layers. She fantasizes of being taken altogether without hesitation, and not in a harsh or coercive manner. This has nothing to do with violence, fear, or uncertainty. When a guy leads, doesn't bargain, doesn't overthink, doesn't inquire, and knows, the dream comes to life. She never felt more secure than that one moment when she lost control, where he gently but surely draws her. In his intensity conveys the message, "You're mine." Her body then responds, "Finally." Give it a moment to settle in. She prefers not to make all of the choices. She refuses to specify what she requires. She's not interested in teaching you how to communicate with her soul. She wants to give herself over, but only to a guy who is capable of handling it. Here is the unsettling reality. Because she has been trained not to, she will never say this out for fear that it would make her seem weak. Because she is constantly told to be in charge and empowered by the contemporary society. But deep inside, where the dream resides, she wants to feel in charge of you without you ever speaking. Most men never indulge in this dream because it demands something uncommon. She wants to sense your presence before you ever speak. She wants your hands to know where to go, and she wants your energy to declare, "I see through you," before you've even touched her. Silent domination. The kind of person that doesn't boast, flex, or beg. You want to make this desire come true. You don't need more muscle. There's no need for corny lines. You just need to comprehend polarity. Wealth or prestige are not necessary. The male takes the lead. The feminine answer. She's been leading all day at work, online, in social circles, not because she's less, but by nature. She wants to melt, not lead in your presence, but you must give her a reason to allow me to share a tale with you. Women noticed a quiet guy who didn't speak much, or smile much when he entered the room. It wasn't because he was the loudest. Rather, it was because he exuded that calm that says, I know who I am, and I know what I want. He was sitting opposite from a lady one evening who was a friend of a friend. She was used to guys pushing in and trying too hard, and he didn't pursue her. Instead, he observed and listened. He would hesitate before responding each time she spoke, as if he were tasting and considering her words, and he leaned forward and said one phrase when the time was appropriate. You talk like you want to be interrupted. She froze because someone saw through the charade at that precise moment, not because she was insulted. He didn't have to say anything more. She leaned in closer. Her tone softened. Her body moved. She didn't want a date, and she didn't even realize her knees were touching his that evening. She wanted to experience what she couldn't control, not be pampered or given permission, and she did. That's the ideal to be realized by a skilled guy. Here's how you instantaneously activate it without coming off as shady or false. Maintaining eye contact without chasing. In an attempt to project confidence, most men look too long or break eye contact too quickly. You maintain your composure and act as if you've already seen her. A voice that makes the room move more slowly. Talk more slowly than you believe. Employ pauses. Being silent is a weapon. When intentionally employed, it attracts her attention. Allow her to occupy the area. More will be accomplished by her imagination than by your words. Touch that initiates and then stops. A quick swipe of your palm and then nothing. A brief period of intimacy followed by separation. This is tension, and more quickly than any compliment, tension breeds desire. Being there without fidgeting. Silence has a magnetic quality. The majority of males find it impossible to remain still without glancing away, changing their shirt, or checking their phones. Like a mountain, you are immobile and anchored. Words that transcended her identity. She will have a script with her. Playfully tease yourself, but when you say something that really resonates with her, she feels it. Something like, you hide behind being in control. I wonder who you are when you're not. Isn't a pickup line. It's a fact. That's fuel right there. She may chuckle. She may deny it, but she will remember because she has been secretly hoping for a guy who can make her fantasize without ever mentioning it. This is when things start to go crazy. She will pursue you after you set off this dream, not out of desperation, but rather because she wants to experience that emotion once again. Her body's confirmation before her brain even caught up. She doesn't get it every day. Most women really only experience it once in their lives. So when a guy delivers it to them, they won't forget you. They won't attempt to figure you out. They'll simply feel pulled, haunted, and hooked. The greatest thing is that you don't have to alter who you are. You just need to become more of it. That's how you live in her imagination without ever asking to be invited. Less talking, more presence. Less seeking, more seeing. Less proving, more knowing. Because every woman secretly has a scenario in her mind that she has never spoken aloud and conceals beneath the guise of humor, ambition, and independence. Additionally, when you wake it up, she will cease acting. She won't even understand why, but she will melt into you as if she's at last at home. You've just entered a hidden passageway inside a woman's head, one that most men are unaware even exists. If you were listening, you didn't simply hear her dream. You sensed it. It's not about raising your voice. Being more attractive is not the goal. It isn't about being flawless. It's about being present, quiet, controlling without speaking, and having authority without making noise. If this opened your eyes, just think of all the other things you've never been told. Most guys will spend their whole lives pursuing women with statements like, "You're about to be the man she follows silently because you touch something deeper than her skin." Joining the members-only area is the next phase, where we dive deeper than the surface. Open-minded psychology, darker realities and methods to elicit intense affection. She won't understand her obsession. I'll also give you a free ebook as a present that explains the hidden habits of high-desire women and how to trigger the dream she's never spoken aloud. Link below. You now understand why she couldn't stop thinking about you, but keep in mind that this information is only for those who can manage it. No more. I'll see you inside.